Bring your cup and take a seat. Fill it up, coffee, wine, or tea. Come find what you're looking for. A good pour.
Welcome back to A Good Pour. I'm Kathryn Good, your host. Today, I'm excited to have Chad Sizemore, my friend from LW Secure, and we are going to talk about some cybersecurity and some jellyfish.
Yeah. How about that? Kind of the same and all in one, right?
I can't wait. All right. So we met, what, a year ago, year and a half ago? A year and a half.
Yeah.
Because some very fun people told you that you should work with me, right?
We'll call them fun. Yeah.
We
love you all. Yeah.
Right? Like, it wasn't just one. I think it's trouble. So
it's worked out well.
it has. It's been fun. You have moved here, right?
I've moved here. Sumner County is now suffering. So yes.
Oh. This is going to be a fun episode. I can already tell. So,
already.
Tell me about LW Secure.
Cybersecurity. So focused on small to medium business. And trying to make people understand what cybersecurity is. So somebody came up with a really good tagline for us, which is cyber confidence starts here. I don't know who that is, but they did a really good job with that because that's what we want to do. We want to provide the confidence that you know that what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is not putting you at risk, right? So what is a risk? It could be a PC not patched. It could be a vulnerability in something. It could be what is 95% of the risk, which is your email account, right? A lot of people we talk to say, I'm in Gallatin, Tennessee, or I'm in...
What's going to happen?
Right. How do they know me, right? They don't know you. They're just trying to get you to click a link, give your credentials, so then I can act as you, and then I can send email out as you, hurt your business. We just see it time and time again. So we've put tools in place, depending on the customer size and need, that we monitor for that, we control that, and we stop those threats. So that's it. Focused on customer service. There's a million different cyber companies out here doing the same thing we're doing, same quality of service, right? It's all about how we treat the customer. And that's why we've been successful. So
yeah.
We like partners and customers that we're friends with. We joke that we want to have a beer with a customer. I guess we can say that here.
We can.
But that's the honest truth is because if I'm calling you, it's typically not for a good thing, right? It's typically something's going on that we've had to take action on. So we want to make sure that you have that trust level that if I'm calling you, it's already handled, and here's what's happened. So,
how is cybersecurity changing?
By the minute. You're in AI, and we love that. We love AI. Everything that you're touching right now has got probably a dose of AI in it. But also with AI, the criminals, their job is getting easier, right? So they're able to create more havoc. We saw a big company a couple weeks ago get hit, and instead of them trying to demand a ransom, they just deleted their devices out of Microsoft, right? So instead of, trying to get money from them, they just wanted to cause them harm. So things adjust that way, ebb and flow. But at the end of the day, it's... right now, 4 billion emails a day come out trying to get you to click, trying to get you to do something that would then give that actor access to your account. So, the whole thought process of I'm a small business just doesn't really work. And that's our passion, is delivering a service that a small business can afford and then know, okay, that team's got it. I don't have to worry about that.
So is it so I love you're saying, like, basically they don't know that it's happened until after the threat is gone, right?
Right.
Is there also a level of training that an organization needs to go through?
Sure. Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
All organizations should have policy and procedure in place so that the employees know I shouldn't be doing this, right? At the end of the day, we're all busy, right? So the email comes in and you're busy, you're not paying attention, you click on it, whatever. So that whatever happens after that, right? So we train, right? So part of what we're doing is also training, both from phishing simulations, from actual cyber classes, and then we actually come in and talk to the employees, right? So because we're all tired of taking training on a PC, right? It's boring. We've done it for years and years and years.
I just don't think it works anymore at all.
I would agree. I would agree.
Or at least unless you're really, really paying attention. But there's so much other noise and distractions, and it's like
right. I've got 15 other things to do. I don't need 5 minutes of taking the same test questions that I've had year after year, right? So we try to do things in person. And I know I'm a technology company, but I still want to do things in person. I do that because you've got a room full of people and you got the guy down here playing on his phone or whatever, and then you ask a question, right? So you try to engage, and then you try to show things that we've actually seen and had to deal with in the industry, so that hopefully it changes that mindset. Because I want you safe at home, right? I don't want your personal email accounts being compromised, just like I don't want the company email accounts compromised. So again, cyber confidence starts here, right? Is if we can get that training out and get that mentality changed, then hopefully we're safe at home and at work.
Have you always been in technology, cybersecurity, that sort of?
Not necessarily cyber. Technology. I went to school for technology and started in Birmingham at a small bank. We had a really large phone project that we were working. So it was phone systems. Then I went to Cisco Systems for a little while, and then kind of started working in security there a little bit with a couple different systems we had, and then came out and kind of started some things on my own. And now the last year and a half been fully on my own. So it's fun.
What have you learned about starting a business? Which you have a couple. So
I've learned that it's a great way to get kicked around a lot. You never know from one day to the next what you're going to be dealing with. But it's all positive. I wouldn't change a bit of it. It's awesome because at the end of the day, I control the success, right? I control the outcome, both to the customers and the employees, right? And you want to build a team that's customer focused and product focused and brand focused, and you want to do good for the environment or for everybody, right? So that's what we try to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you move to Gallatin?
Wife grew up in Hendersonville. Her parents are still here. It's been something we've talked about for 10 years, wanting to get back. And in the last year, we've just been able to make it happen. So we have a huge friend group here, you guys included, that we have a lot of fun with, a lot of trust with, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm so happy because it's a friend group that you're never going to worry. The answer you're going to get is the truthful answer, whether you want to hear it or not. And
yeah, y'all built community outside of this. I mean, like you were away from this community, building community here, which is so neat.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, the area has exploded in the last 15 years. I mean, we've been married 21, but, I remember coming to Gallatin and there was nothing here. Barely, right? So seeing the explosive growth is cool, and then also what's still to come is going to be fun. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about some jellyfish.
Yes. Let's talk about jelly.
So you have a product called Jelly Smack?
Jelly Smack. That's right.
But it's not just for jellyfish, or it works on other things, right?
It does.
Okay.
Ants, wasp, bees, yellow flies, biting flies. Some people it works for mosquitoes. I think that's more of a blood type thing. For me, it does not.
So like an ointment?
It's a foam. So
that's right.
It comes in a foam. So like if you get a jellyfish on you, you get the foam on there. So it not only stops the pain, but it'll also stop the wilting, and like some people actually scar. So it
from a jellyfish.
Yeah, it can be really nasty. So we were working with a product during COVID, and we love the beach, right? And you see, kids go in the water and they get stung, and then everybody's going back to the room, right? So our focus is how do we keep them on the beach, right? How do we make fun happen without, it hurting, right? So we were playing around with that, and I wonder, and tested it, and it worked pretty well. So worked with a chemist that were in that company and kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it what it is today. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's our ability to help people with another problem, kind of like cybersecurity, right? We're trying to solve a problem that's out there. We actually just did a boat show a couple weeks ago, and it was the first time that we actually got people coming by saying, "Oh my God, y'all are jellyfish people. This stuff works." And other people are sitting there looking at it like, "What is this?" And they're saying, "Buy it. It works. We promise it works." So that was cool, getting that feedback. That we know it works, but it's awesome when you start getting that live feedback. So
How have you communicated that it helps more than just because the jellyfish is the name and the brand, right? So how have you communicated that it
So we first started doing two, jelly and then stinger, and then it was just a little bit confusion. So we've just kind of changed the wording a little bit to where instead of just focusing on jellyfish, even though the logo's got a jellyfish with a hand hitting it, right? And I think that's more the fun piece of it, so that you can get somebody's attention to it. What is this? Kind of a thing, and then actually start reading about it. So,
yeah, I love it.
It's still evolving. We'll see.
No, I mean, I think it's great.
It's awesome.
It's just like we see. I've never been stung by jellyfish.
Hopefully, you never will. I hope you don't ever need it. Well, I hope nobody ever needs it.
It's one of those things where you're in a beach store, right? You see a product called Jelly Smack, and you're like, "Well, that's pretty cool," but I haven't been stung by. The risk starts to go through your head, which I'm not a worrier, so my personality probably wouldn't buy it, but a worrier probably would have that in their beach bag.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And then I think also depending on age of kids.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Because, younger kids, they get stung. They're not going to want to go back in the water, right? Well, we also want to solve that problem, right? I want you to be in the water. That water is fantastic, right? So we want to keep that. We also try to only work with local resellers. So that's been extremely successful for us, as we've purposely chosen markets and have little stores there that have a trust factor, right? They have the trust both from the community, but also, I'm guilty of this. When I go to the beach or go to the mountains, I end up going to the same stores every time. It's the tradition, right? So that's kind of what the focus has been on it. So it's been fun.
Good.
It's been a lot of fun. The last 6 months has been almost crazy, because it went from a little engine to now it's, kind of starting its
like all over Florida. For sure.
Really all over the state. So we're pretty solid from Galveston all the way up the East Coast now. Then we've got markets outside the U.S. too. So in a couple islands. So yeah, it's fun.
You got your hands in any other businesses?
Not specifically. Those are the main two right now. So, and in all fairness,
an entrepreneur, or is why I ask.
In all fairness, in Jelly Smack, my partner does 95% of the work on that. He's done the lion's share of that. So we're just back here.
Well, it's fun. It's fun to watch. I feel like every time I talk to you, you have not a dream. I mean, like you're working on something, whether that's a product within LW Secure or an idea, that
goes both ways.
I know. For sure, which is why I think it's fun to get together for lunch or beer or whatever. So
I think like minds work well together. So and then you come up with some other things that you're like, oh, okay, I didn't think about that. So it's finding a need, right? It's where is the need? It's not about trying to build a business to make money or something like that. It's where's the need that I can actually do good on that need. So
you have listened to me a lot about this AI part of the business. Which again, it comes from a need. I think you and I both see how this can be a disaster inside businesses.
Right.
If they don't have the right foundation. And we're early. I mean, and I've talked to you before that I feel really ahead of the game from developing a product that can help businesses implement AI well.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel really behind because the industry is constantly changing, much like cybersecurity. Like every single day there's a new tool or something I feel like I have to learn. So I've really, every day I have to go, what is the problem I'm trying to solve?
Right.
Rather than what is the tool I'm trying to learn?
Right.
Because otherwise I'll never solve any problems because I'm just learning tools. Right. But I know you're excited about AI, but you also have some concerns from the business point of view. What do you feel like businesses need to be paying attention to?
So a couple things. Number one, what you're putting into it, right? You need to understand, you need to have a firm education package for your employees that they understand what they're using, what tool they're using. And then if the data that I'm putting into that tool, is it closed in our system, or is that tool learning it for everybody, right? Because if you put sensitive information in there, that tool may use that. Somebody else may be able to access that, right? So that is my number one concern. I also think businesses are so interested in getting an AI tool to help. You need to understand what you're helping, right? And I think what you're proposing to a lot of people is going to change that mindset. I think it's a discipline around, what am I trying to do? What do I need? What's my outcome? Okay, then let's build it back from there. Because there's plenty of tools out there. Not only do you run the risk of maybe putting sensitive information in that you're going to lose, but also the risk is cost, right? None of this is cheap, right? So if you start spending money in one area and it's not the outcome, not going to give you the outcome you need, well, then you've just wasted a lot of money and time. Now we've got to pivot. So I think the packages that you're introducing is so helpful because it shows people, A, how to use it, but then understand the outcome and how do we get to that outcome.
Yeah, one of the big things I'm seeing is even with people who understand the outcome, it is a different outcome every day that they.
Yeah.
And so
right.
There's 15 projects that are started and none of them are finished. And because there's squirrels everywhere. I mean, we are in this, it is just this world of, oh, we could do that. We could do this.
Right.
Really? Like, I've spent all this time and this can be done in an hour. Yes. But you have to develop, you have to think through the process.
Right.
You have to develop it. You have to make sure it's safe and secure. You have to test it. You have to deploy it. You have to train the team. I mean, like, yes, it's easy to develop, but it's not necessarily easy to execute.
No, and regulations coming, right? So a lot of European countries already have regulations in place, especially around bias, right? So what data you're putting in, is there any bias coming out of that? The U.S. is going to catch up to that and going to put some of that stuff in play, but it's kind of the Wild West right now. I mean, everybody's saying it's going to be the most powerful tool of our generation, and I think it probably already is. But we also want to rein that in a little bit, slow the horses down and make sure that what we're doing with it is safe and valuable.
Yeah. I mean, even within our own team, we should do this, and it's like this, oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. And I actually read an article this week of the part of the challenges is, one, a lot of the AI is not starting with the leader. So it's a cybersecurity or IT problem and not a leadership problem.
Right.
But the problem can be is who is saying, okay, we're going to move ahead with this project, or it's time for this project to stop. Right.
Yeah.
We've put way too much time and energy into this. We're killing it.
Right.
And a lot of times the leaders don't know what the employees are working on right now because we haven't created cultures where it's okay to use AI, or we haven't trained. So you've got these people who are like, oh, this would be really cool to do. I'm going to do it. But then somebody else might be doing it too. And then that's not saving anybody time and money. It is the wild, wild west.
It is.
For sure.
I also think a lot of leaders haven't bought into AI, right? They just want the job done as efficiently as possible. So I think you've got employees using AI tools that
are probably on a personal account.
Yeah. We've already seen a lot of that, right? So,
which what I've been saying is, it used to be when you fired an employee, you would go and give them a box but now if they are developing tools in your name on a personal account, they are walking out with
everything.
Yeah.
All your keys. Yeah. You've kicked them out of the office, but they can still come in here and mess up your mics, right? So
even if it is a good person that's not going to, they still spent time and energy and their own mind developing a tool for your company that they are walking away with, because a lot of these tools can't be transferred.
That is correct. And again, your data is sitting there, right? Even if they did nothing with it, it's sitting there. You don't know your data is there, right? So part of, back to the cybersecurity piece, is understand where your data is. Know where sensitive data lives, because you never know when something's going to happen, whether it's internal or external.
The world is crazy.
It is, but it's still a good world.
It's still fun.
Yeah. It's still
I love it. I mean, I remember sitting in my own community and with friends and going, I'm supposed to do something with AI. And I still don't really know what that is, but we're doing it.
You're we see it from everywhere, right? But you're putting together stuff that nobody else is, right? So that is what you're doing good, right? And again, fixing a problem and a need. So it's just a matter of getting people the discipline around it to understand what you're delivering and how you're going to deliver it. And we're going to do that.
Well, I just want people to understand the power and the vulnerability with
Absolutely.
AI. Like it is, like you said, it is the most powerful tool, but
It's life-changing.
with power comes good and bad.
Right.
Right.
It's life-changing depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it could be a good life change or bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we want it to be good.
Anything else you want people to know?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well,
Thanks for having me on this.
I know. Thanks for
awesome.
being here. The only thoughts on, are you still in Birmingham with clients?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have clients
everywhere?
everywhere. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got clients in California all the way to DC area. So
Okay.
yeah, we do a little bit of everything. But I mean, obviously, I want to focus local.
Yeah.
Yes, I do see a need for some cyber service here that they can get a trusted.
Well, and I
so-
think going back to your point of the in-person training, like it's needed. I'm seeing that in AI. Like I'm doing webinars, but it's just easy to check out.
Mhm.
Whereas if in the in-person training, which is why I really want to go into companies and
Right.
and train
Right.
the same way you would with cybersecurity.
Absolutely.
And it's easier to do that in your own community, right? Like
It
yes,
is.
you can fly anywhere,
Right.
but it's easier to do it
Right.
here.
And then I think especially in the local community, I mean, they're going to see me at the Mexican restaurant, or they're going to see me
At Garcia's, are you still at Garcia's?
Absolutely.
We were there
That
last night.
You-
Actually, we were on the way to Garcia's, and Caleb comes home for Easter this weekend, and I was like, "This is probably a dumb idea because we're probably going to be here like twice this weekend because it's his favorite place to be." It's like
It's
it's
a
fine.
great problem to
It's
have.
fine.
Yeah. I mean, everybody tries to get me to go other places, but
Garcia's at Double Dogs.
yeah, you got me to Garcia, so that's your gift to me so far.
Well, I'm glad you're in Gallatin. Glad you're here. I think it's super cool. Like I said, you built community well before you were actually here, so I'm glad you get to be here now.
Yeah.
And I have a few men in my life besides my husband that I get to talk business with. You are definitely one of them, and get to challenge me and tell me if you think something's a good idea or a bad idea, or
That's what it's all about. I love it.
I appreciate it.
And it's all about helping, right? It's like I want to help. Like I want people to succeed and be successful, and however we can do that, let's do it. And then, hey, here's what I failed on. Right? Don't do this. This was miserable choice, but yeah. And I still want to beat your husband at golf, but I don't know that that's going to happen.
Well, you'll have a trip coming up, so
We do.
all right. Well, thanks for being on. Thanks for all you're doing, and looking forward to working together.
Yeah.